Madmullet Adventures. Come with me, we're gonna head out west. We're gonna head out through the country. Then tomorrow let's get the boat and go fishing in the open sea. Grab your gear and meet me here. Bring the whole family. Team Madmullet Adventures. Team Madmullet Adventures. Team Madmullet Adventures. Team Madmullet Adventures. Yeah.
G'day guys, and welcome to the episode of Ocean and Outback. Well, it's finally here, the 224 Valkyrie Down Under. As you would have seen in the last episode, Dad explained the reasons why he wanted to build this gun and who we got it built through. And now, what he's going to explain is how to run a barrel in, so I'll leave it with him.
Right, now, I'm very particular with my rifles and the way I run them in. It is a very lengthy process. Some people do shortcut it, but I'll just tell you my way because I like my rifles to shoot the best they can. Now, clean the barrel out first. Then I take one shot. I then pull the bolt out, use copper solvent and clean the barrel just to make sure it's all perfect. Then I do this process, one shot, clean the barrel 5 times. Then I use 2 shots, clean the barrel. Then after that, I use 5 shots, clean the barrel. And this is all done in series of 5. Once I've done the last lot of 5, I then move to 10 shots. I usually do 10 shots, clean the barrel, and I do that for at least another 40 odd shots, just to make sure the barrels run in correctly. As you may well imagine, being the first 224 Valkyrie in Australia, I couldn't just go to the local gun shop and buy ammunition for it. So what I had to do is do research out of America, where I logged on to the Sierra website on how to load a 224 Valkyrie. I actually have just a very quick sample here of different powders that they use for different weights of bullets. I actually sat down, studied them, and because I use ADI powder, I had to translate the American powders to the Australian, which I have done. It's all in my log here. And then I've made up bullets to run the rifle in. These ones here are 24 grains of powder to here, which is just to run the rifle in, and then I've got some other loads building up to find out what the best group is. These are all 50 grain projectiles. On this side here, I have got 77 grain Hornady here at a couple of different loads to try and get the best grouping possible. Then I've gone through to the Sierra 90 grain projectile, which these rifles are renowned for their ballistic coefficiency. The 90 grain Sierras are supposedly the best. What I'm going to do today is go as far as I can by firstly running the rifle in, then trying 50 grain loads, running right up, and lastly my 90 grain loads, because that's what I want to actually sight my rifle in at, because that's what I will be hunting with.
Here it goes, the very first shot from the 224 Valkyrie Down Under. I can't wait to hear this thing bark.
Right, I have my projectiles here, my ammunition here, so I'm about to get ready to have this thing speak. Right, first shot, didn't seem too loud. Scope was bolted on, has not been sighted yet. It's shooting low right, and I'll have to adjust to that, but I won't be in a rush to do it, because at the moment, all I want to do is run the barrel in. Now, from here, I'll start the cleaning process. Just before I go through the cleaning process, now, as I mentioned before, I had to work out a load myself. I use ADI powders, and I had emailed ADI, and they have not got any statistics on the 224 Valkyrie. So what I've done on this first shell, as you may see here, I checked the primer to make sure the primer is not flattened. I have got a low load on this at the moment, but as you see there, the primer is in very good condition. So the pressures inside the barrel are good. Now, in cleaning, what I do, we did have a little bit of an interval here. Someone cleaned a 308 this morning and left my cleaning rod at home. So we had to go to the farmer. We had to go to the farmer and borrow a 3-piece cleaning rod so we could continue today. Right? What I do is, this is a wire brush. I run it down through the barrel. Not as good as my stainless steel cleaning rod, but it'll keep us going today. Right, now that's just taken the bulk of the gunk out and hopefully loosened up any copper, because a new barrel is not mirror finish. It has got little imperfections in it, and that's why we run these barrels in, is to try and smooth out those imperfections. What I do is I get a small patch. I just get my aluminium jag, put it on. Now I use an aluminium jag so I don't get any transfer from a copper jag through to say that there's copper in the bore when it's not. Then put that on. I then put my bore cleaner on, just liberally there. Now, as you may see, I do use a bore guide, so the cleaning compound doesn't go into all the mechanism of the rifle.
I'll go get it.
Put that through. I can see there is a bit of blue on that to show that yes, there is a bit of copper in the bore. There is gunpowder as well as bluing from the copper. I'll put this through. I won't bore you with the amount, but I usually run about 5 patches through, or until the bluing starts to disappear. Then I'll put a clean patch through, like a dry patch. And yeah, as I say, it takes a little bit of time, but to make a rifle shoot the best, see now, you can see there's a lot more copper on that. That's because the first lot has started to soak in and soften up any copper in the bore. So what we'll do is we'll just have a little bit of a break at the moment while I clean this, and we'll come back when I'm about ready to have my next shot. Right now, as you see here, we've been through the process of cleaning the rifle after that first shot. Yes, it started off dirty, came through about here. I put a nylon brush through with a bit of solvent on it, and then came through, and now the barrel's clean. Right, now we do this after each shot, as I said, for the first 5, then I do 2 shots, then I'll do 3 shots 5 times, cleaning it the same way all the time. I won't bore you with that. We'll come back later once I've got up to the 5 shots.
Now, just a little bit of comparison on the size of the 224 Valkyrie. As you can see here, got 4 different rounds. 300 Win Mag, 308, 223, and the 224 Valkyrie.
To further the comparison, 223, that we load 26 grains, and on a 50 grain projectile, it just starts to compress. On the 224 Valkyrie, I have gone up to 26 grains in my checking how the gun shoots, and it's nowhere near compressed. The powder would be down here under the projectile. The projectile in the 224 Valkyrie, the 90 grainer does come down to about here, but the powder is down below. It is not anywhere near compressed. Right, it's now 2:20 in the afternoon. It's been a long day. The Valkyrie now is run in, and I've had a bit of fun out at 100 metres there with a bit of steel, and it's actually blowing the steel out of the ground. So it looks like it's going to live up to its expectations.
Now, also, before we close off, just reiterate for everyone at home the process of running a rifle in.
As I said, 1 shot, clean it 5 times. 2 shots, clean it 5 times. 3 shots, clean it 5 times, and then 5 shots, clean it. And from there, I usually run no more than 10 before I clean it for about at least 40 shots. So I do 10 shots 4 times, and then from there I make sure I do not run the barrel hot at any time, and try and limit the amount of bullets before I clean it.
Right guys, well there you go, how to run a rifle in. Now stay tuned to our next episode. We'll actually show you how to sight a rifle in. Until next time, cheers, good luck.